So after the car's been washed with soap and water and good old friction, it's now time to do the first steps in paint correction that make all the difference in the world. Trust the process. This is a product that we sell called Alpha Fallout Direct. It smells like rotten eggs, but this removes limescale, and it also removes iron and other minerals that will embed themselves in the paint of a car. You can wash a car all you want, but you'll never get some of these impurities that embed in the clear coat out unless you start using a chemical and a little bit of friction to remove them. We're going to use a synthetic clay bar in this product, and we're going to go over the whole car, and then we'll show you what the next steps are in the paint correction journey here. Notice we've already wet the car. This is after we washed it. We're using a synthetic clay bar. Just note, we're in a very climate controlled area. Do not put this on where the humidity's high and the heat's too great. Direct sunlight, stay away. Here's a real cool scene of a before and after on how well this product actually works on this beat up side mirror. Now that we've dealt with the limescale and the iron remover product, Alpha Fallout Direct, we have rinsed the car off, we've dried it off. Now we're going to utilize alcohol to prep the surface before we run the buffers with the compound on it to do the paint correction. Just a note, we sell a really nice prep product that's mostly alcohol, but for this step, you can use regular drugstore alcohol. We like the 91%. This is a must during the ceramic phase, in which we'll get to later. In this scene, I'm using Alpha Prep. You can also use regular alcohol. This is just a quick preparation phase before we go into the paint correction. I'm using medium pressure with a brand new microfiber. Now, after we've done the alcohol prep and we're getting our buffer ready, we recommend buffers that are balanced like this one. There's Root brand. We like the Milwaukee because they're cordless. And we also, this process it has a lot to do with this pad. This pad is kind of a medium, sort of a mildly abrasive pad. It's not a real soft one like for polish. And the way we put our compounds on there, we'll get into what that is later in the video. We're ready to start this crosshatch method on the lowest speed at 2650 RPMs. And we're going to show that scene in a second. So for right now, we're getting ready to just do half the hood, and we're going to show you at the end what paint correction looks like on one half versus the unpaint corrected other half. Here we go. This is a quick scene to show you guys how we put our compound on our buffing pad. We use 4 dots about the size of nickels, dimes, and we quickly spread it out just to help minimize splattering it or making a mess when we start the process. Now it's time to apply the compound. You can see how we choose an area of a small size area that we want to work. Then we want to go up and down, and then we'll go left to right. And once we do an up and down and left to right full pass, we call this one pass, and we try to do this about 8 times. We use basically the weight of the machine. We don't need to put any additional pressure on it. And what's so cool about this compound that we use, it starts off as a compound. It's a little on the aggressive side, and there's an oil property to it that keeps it from drying on the paint, so it always stays moist. And the more you use it, the more it turns into a polish. So literally it starts out aggressive. It helps take down the clear coat. It helps keep everything smooth, and then it polishes it out all in this one step with this special medium level pad that we're using. We have figured out a way with this machine, with this pad, with this compound, how to take the thought process out of paint correction where you can't mess this up. We're not using orbital buffer, we're using a random orbital buffer. It's very easy to burn paint and do bad things with orbital buffers. With this process, you can't really mess this up. And the more you go through these passes, the more polished it gets. And black paint's always the most difficult. And sometimes, you know, these cars require more passes than others. But right now we are going to use a brand new microfiber to initially take off the compound. Then we'll follow it with a second microfiber to really get the remainder of the product off. And we're using circular motions. You can go back and forth. You can apply medium pressure. But right now, since we did the alcohol prep and we've got the iron remover, the limescale remover, this is going to be a very easy process. This is a very quick but a very important step. We have a bucket system that allows us to clean the pad. We recommend cleaning the pad after each panel. Hey, we just pulled this car out in the direct sunlight. Sometimes artificial light does not show what you're seeing here. This is a late model Escalade. On the left is what we thought was flawless paint almost, but on the right side is what we just did. If you're not convinced that paint correction can be a miracle, let this video do the talking for us. This is a very important step and often overlooked step. We are just simply washing the car after paint correction. We're using a very heavy Dawn dishwashing soap mixture to degrease and get all the contaminants off the car with a soft mitt that may be left over from the actual paint correction. After we thoroughly wash the vehicle and rinse it down, it will now be time to dry the vehicle. You can dry it with a chamois or cloth, but we prefer to actually use a blower. So after we wash the car, we let the car dry overnight so the moisture wouldn't interfere with the ceramic coating process. Now that the car is back clean, everything's dried off, now we're moving back to alpha prep. This is non-negotiable. We don't use alcohol, we use alpha prep in this stage because this will prepare the surface for the ceramic. Now it's time for the big show, the ceramic coating. This is our applicator sponge with our microfiber. Always use a fresh one. Put a liberal amount on the sponge and pick a section about 2 by 2. We're going to take about 1/4 of this hood and we're going to use a crosshatch method. We're going to go left and right and then go up and down. And we are not going to show this in the scene, but we're going to maybe put another refresher on the sponge. We want to get this product on super thick. We don't want to use super thin passes because this product is our 9-year product. It gets really hard really fast, and we will have to deal with high spots if we don't put it on thick and even. The whole process from start to finish, once you apply it and buff it off, needs to be around 100 seconds. It could go a little over 100 seconds if you have a very cool atmosphere, low humidity. If you've got a higher temperature with a little humidity, you're going to want to keep this below 100 seconds and only tackle surfaces large enough to stay under the 100-second threshold. Now it's time for the buffing phase. Most people use 2 microfibers, but 3 could be optional. The first microfiber is the leveling out or knockdown phase. You want to get the majority of the ceramic off in phase 1. Phase 2, you're going to use your second one to get the polish down and get everything off the paint. The third one, if you want to go deeper with the polish and maybe tackle any high spots, all in a row. That's the system here. Just remember, you're going to repeat this process in small sections around the entire vehicle until the entire vehicle is done. Now that you've completed the ceramic coating, it is very important to not let the car get wet. You need to refrain from driving the car in the rain for at least 3 days. After 10 days, our ceramic coating product will fully cure. I know this video may be around 10 minutes long, but this process takes a full day, at least 8 to 10 hours on an average sedan. Larger vehicles like SUVs may take 2 days. Sometimes this process can even go into 3 days depending on the severity and the size of the vehicle. There's a lot of steps. Trust the process. The results are going to be amazing. So congratulations, you are now finished with paint correction and ceramic coating. You now can see pictures that we're posting of this vehicle in different angles, different lighting conditions to give you an idea on what you can do with paint reconditioning. Just remember, when you're done with paint correction, we do have choices. This is our best, this is our 9-year product. So visit our website if you want to learn more about paint correction and ceramic coating products and other products that you can use, in different parts of the car.